We're at the Ballarat Old Jail. Bethany's got one of the classes that she's running in there. It's a sort of a cross between a spiritual and a paranormal type of class. And this is the outside of the jail, or at least what you can see of it. Let's take you around this corner here for a sec. Now it's just very, very light drizzle at the moment, so I hope it just stays like this. And this is all part of the outbuildings. It's all run by the university now. This here is one of the jail turrets, and that happens to be an outside gate here. Now we can't get in. Of course it's all locked up, but just gives you a bit of a view of the stairs anyway. Anybody in there that wants to come and say hello? Come and say hi to the camera. See if you can put your voice on the camera. Pretty awesome doorway. Now inside I've got a couple of bits of gear I've set up as well.
So we've got the ladies from the Eastern Station, and we've got some men who aren't quite gentlemen. Ladies, are the men who aren't quite gentlemen your clients? You're showing me. Yeah. You got a yes? You got a yes? So we've got three yeses. Yeah.
Oh, I've got a yes and a no.
Yeah. Centre. Bring them back to the middle, please, people. I'm talking to the spirit. I've got a sense of rods in there. Cute. Protected. And as long as you're open, your senses are your number one priority, because then you can tell others what is here, and then you can get the reactions with the tech like we're doing with the rods. We did an investigation a few nights ago in the house, and Rick put it up on YouTube. And I've got the rods, and I'm sitting on the floor in a kid's room, talking to a little girl who was hiding in the cubby house. I could have just sat there and done that, but because the family was there, and because the family needed some form of proof, that's when I got my rods out. I don't have to use my rods in order to communicate with spirit. I use my rods so other people can see what I'm doing. And then if they feel that there's something dodgy about it, I hand the rods to them. Because these rods are very hard to move on their own in some kind of logical order. I've handed them on tours to people. I've handed them to people in classes. And the thing is, you can't make those rods do what they do without seriously moving your hands. So when you walk into a place like this, the first thing that you have to rely on is your senses. Because if you've got a group and you're the medium in that team, they're looking at you as to what's there. So, they might have all the tech in the world, but the spirit mightn't want to deal with that. They might go, well, her spiritual light's on. I'm going to talk to her because that's easier for me to deal with than that. Because she can hear me. I've had spirit talk to me and not use the tech because they don't understand. If I can hear them, why do they need to use that? And then you have to explain it so everybody else can see it. Spirit boxes are the same. I have a lot of trouble with spirit boxes because while they're talking on the spirit box, they're also talking to me. And sometimes I can't figure out whether what I'm hearing is on the spirit box or is the spirit actually talking to me. So it's taken me, I've had to train myself to block one or the other out because I can't listen to both at the same time because it's really confusing. So when you first walked in here, what impression did you get? When you first walked in, what was the first thing you felt?
Heavy.
What did you feel?
I had a shooting pain up one arm.
Yep. First thing, Jerry, what did you get?
Just felt constricted.
Abby?
My back.
Your back?
Yep.
You got a pain in your back. That was the first thing. And see, that's what you have to take note about. Because if you walk into a place, it was like that cemetery me and Rick went to, and I got out of the car and just went, yuck. You know, because that's honestly how it felt. And I knew whatever was there, it wasn't going to be one of those really jovial little videos that we were doing, like waltzing through cemeteries and talking to Vivi. It was like, ugh. And that was my first impression. And that's important. Because if you're the medium in a group, and you've got a group of 4 people, 5 people, and you're the medium, there's someone around on the border.
They're going nuts. They're
Yeah.
starting to
Yeah.
make
Yeah. If you're the medium in that team, and everybody else are techies or they don't have the abilities you have, they'll look to you for some kind of advice. And like our group is mine and Rick's team is different because we're both mediums, and we tend to only take out people who are spiritually connected or have an interest. But if you've got members of the public and you're taking them on a tour, we did a tour and we had over 20 people on the tour, and we had 14 members. All of us had some kind of an ability, and we got to a bridge, and that bridge, half the group went up onto the bridge and the other half walked underneath it and then came up on the other side. One person in that tour got the wind up, and instead of listening to the medium, she got the wind up and scared the shit out of all the other people she was with. Your job as a medium is to put a stop to that. If you're in a group and there's one person who's obviously really stressed and really fearful, you have to put their mind at ease. You have to say to them, I'm feeling nothing negative. I'm not feeling that. This is what's going on. Let's get the rods out and talk to people. Because a lot of people who come on ghost tours have this preconceived idea that it's all negative. Hands up if you've been to Arradale. Who's been to Arradale? Yeah, you're too young, don't go, I'm not letting you.
Don't worry about that, your mum's not letting you.
Yeah. Arradale is heavy. I've never been. Rick won't let me go. And the reason he won't let me go is the simple reason I am far too open to be there. And I've argued and I've yelled and I've screamed, and in the end my guides go, well actually he's right. And I'm like, shut up.
They also are out to frighten you there though as well.
Yeah.
They jump out from behind places.
Yeah. So Arradale is one of those places that people rock up and they're already scared before they even get out of the car. And then it just perpetuates. I told you we were coming to the jail tonight. What was the first thing you thought when I told you?
Interesting.
Oh, I was more thinking about the school being here. I wasn't actually thinking about it being a jail, but
Yeah.
I was just, okay, cool. Let's see
Yeah.
how this goes.
Abby?
People have been misunderstood and wrongfully crimed.
Yeah.
It's not a heavy place here. It has the potential. It depends on your attitude. When I sent you the message, I said, don't come if you're having an issue, an emotional issue. Don't come if you're on heavy medication we don't know about. If you turn up drunk, I'm going to yell at you and kick your ass and get you out of here because you're not coming in. The idea of a team is everybody in that team has the ability to affect everybody else. If one of the people in that team is not protected, if one of the people in the team is having a hard time, if they're not really into it, if they're just going through the motions, whatever it is, that can affect the outcome for everybody else. When you're doing a tour and you've got the public, you can't control that. And that's why your senses are important. Because your senses are you've got them for a reason. And I've got someone standing behind me right now. You want to come forward?
Yeah.
I've got one of the guards standing behind me. Hello, sir. Are you a guard at the jail? Are you concerned that I'm a woman standing here? You're looking a little bit anxious. Can I have your name? Richard. Hello. Have we met before? I think I spoke to you last time I was here. You look a little concerned, sir. What's going on? It's the child. She's not really a child. Yes, she is. You're wondering if she's safe. Well, the lady standing next to her is her mother, and I wouldn't test her or walk up to her in a dark alley. She went, yes. Can you do me a favour, Richard? Can you walk over to the child, to Abby, and put your hand on her shoulder? Can you do that for me, so Abby knows that she's protected while she's here? Can you feel it, Abby? What are you feeling?
Which side? This side.
This side? Have you got your hand on your shoulder?
Something heavy.
Something heavy. You got your hand on Abby's shoulder? It's just to show her she's protected while she's here and you're looking after her.
There's also a guard up in the guardhouse
Is that the guy that I was
who's
talking to?
been watching us.
Is that the guy that I was talking to?
He's always watching.
Yeah, we've met him a few times.
He doesn't come down normally.
No, he's just
Watching.
just watching.
He's just watching us.
Yeah.
When we have a cup of tea, Richard, would you like me to pour you a cup? It's a pretty cold night. Would you like a cup of tea? I just went, me.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I don't think we've got enough cups.
No.
Nope, we don't.
We'll pour a couple and you can share them. How's that?
No.
I heard it. Aww.
Okay, we're going to stop in a little while and have a cup of tea. It is very wet and cold tonight, so we're not going to be here long. But while we're walking around and talking, if any of the spirit would like to go and set the cat balls off or play with the lights on the other side of the courtyard, feel free to. Or the marbles. There's a pod on the other, just behind Abby there you can play with. And we'll break open the spirit box in a little while and see what we get. Thank you,
I
Richard.
keep hearing the name. It's either Jeff or Jefferson. Jeff or Jefferson.
We'll ask him.
I
There you go.
already know. I've already spoke to him.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether that's that gentleman up there. Nope. Someone else. Is it Jeff?
Is Brian around? Yes. G'day, Brian. Knew you were around. We've met
Brian.
before, haven't we?
Brian was here last time, wasn't he?
When Jess and I were here.
Oh, okay.
That's right. We had a bit of fun, didn't we? You showed me a little bit about what happened with you.
See, I don't-
Nice to meet you again.
I've got one of the kids going, whoosh.
Yeah, I think that's what was happening to me.
Maybe you can have a chat to the girls a little bit later. Yep. Cool. Do you like a cup of tea? I'll make a cup of tea.
But you got to share. No.
Sounds like pop.
All three of those lights just lit up. I'm not too sure why. Nobody walked behind them. Also something else we'd like to use is a fidget spinner. While they're doing a little class, I'll just show you what I've set up here. This is just a quick spin around here. This is a courtyard. And it's an interesting courtyard because there is a story, I believe it is fact, that in this courtyard here there was 13 inmates buried standing up. Now, some of those I think were removed, but there's still a story that there's a few here. And we've been here a few times and we've got some very, very interesting interactions. Now over here, I've got a light sensor that's decided not to work for some reason. No, there it is. Just click back on. Okay, so we have light sensor. We have a cat ball here. Over this side, I've just set a light sensor off here. Also got a cat ball here.
Is it built up?
It shouldn't be. Just reset that for a laugh. See if it does it again.
Yep.
Well, it shouldn't have done that.
Yep. Can I ask you to let go of her wrist, please? I
It's
know
not
she's
the phone.
exceptionally beautiful, and you probably haven't seen a woman as beautiful as Hannah for a while, but seriously, let her go.
They're like,
So
okay,
that was
don't be
interesting.
silly.
Oh, here we go again.
They're like, you're hilarious.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to come and talk to us?
Abby's rod said yes. Abby's rod's crossed over for a yes.
Abby's rod's crossed for a yes.
So far, we've got the ladies from the Eastern Station, we've got the ladies from the George, and we've got these clients who aren't quite gentlemen.
And guards.
And some guards. And
It's a not go.
and some not guards.
Oh, got a
The
bit of
guard
activity
explaining
here.
what this?
Okay, I'm going to let you ask a question of your own dog. Use your mediumship skills. Open your head in the first question that pops up.
Any of you prisoners?
Cat ball going off over on the other side, girl.
That ball just went off prisoners.
Okay, we've got a cat ball that went off over this end. So we've got a little bit of activity. One of the girls just saw it.
People. We've got some actors.
Just
Some
let that go for a while. And something's interacting with it. Just want to quickly show you, we've got some marbles here in flower.
Do we have
And the idea is that if spirit wish to interact with the marbles, you can push the marbles and we'll ask them to do so. If there's any spirit here interested in the marbles, give them a push. And being on flower, it'll create a line of evidence. Over here, yeah.
popping in to say hello?
Over here we've got a plasma ball which spirit can interact with if they wish. Over here did have a laser grid set up, but I think it's just malfunctioned. And I've also got another light pod just there which I've just set off because I've walked in front of it. Got another cat ball here which I'll probably put on here. So we've got some light sensors here. Know where they all are then. I'll get rid of this one because it doesn't seem to be happening here.
Some sensing that you want to sit down.
And this is proving interesting because this has not stopped going.
Tonight is all about trusting what you
Reset
get
that.
and feeling. Because one of the first things you do when you come on in paranormal investigation is you have to use your senses before any of the equipment. Because if you walk into a place that fills you up, chances are it is. And you have to go with that. You have to decide what you need to do. Whether you think to keep going with it, or you want to go back and be through. Or whether you
Master reset.
Angry. I'm picking up as someone very angry. Can I ask, is this the same spirit that Abby picked up that was wrongfully imprisoned?
Something's liking it.
Were you set up? Did the person who did whatever it was set you up? Am I talking to the gentleman I picked up whose name's Jack? Hello, Jack. Would you like to tell us your story? You were wrongfully imprisoned and you were set up. And you have to leave your family. Give the rods a shake and look in. Just rearrange the energy rods. Jack, did you have a wife? Did you have a wife? Did you have a baby girl? And you had to leave them.
I didn't have to. I was made.
Jack, can I ask you how you passed away? Is that alright? I mean, no disrespect. Were you one of the prisoners who were hung?
I was already getting that.
And you were innocent. Give your rods a shake. Shake the energy. Shake it off. It's like when you do a healing, you need to shake the energy off because it gets...
Is that you playing with the pods?
Are you playing with the pod over on the table? You're Roger. Can you do me a favour, Jack? Over on the other side of the courtyard, there are little balls. There's a little ball sitting on the chair, the little stool. Can you go over there and push that ball and make it light up for me?
Jill, these rods just pointed towards the ball.
Mine are.
Yeah, that's where it's
Hannah's
going.
going towards the ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all pointing towards the ball.
Yeah. Can you go over there?
I think everybody else.
I'm going to turn this one off. Thank you for interacting there.
So everybody turns around. I'm going to walk over here. Now to show you how it works. That one you need to walk in front of. This one you need to move and you just need to push. This one you walk in front of. That one's better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the range. It's got a good range.
It's got quite many lines. This one.
There's another ball there too.
This one you can touch. Now I'm going to invite all the spirits that are here tonight, these gadgets such as you, to experiment with, for you to,
Yeah, there's a touch on the floor.
for you to play with, for you to experiment and see if you can communicate with us.
That's so cool.
These devices allow us to see who you are.
You're playing with the.
Yeah, the lightning ball.
Light,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Look at that. If I do this, can you see how that works?
Yeah, there you go.
Do we have any children here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I encourage the kids to go touch the light ball up, walk up the lights. These are all here for you to show us where you are. we have the ability to do that. There's another wall here. I noticed you playing with the ball on the edge of the garden here. This works with your aura. You can stop it, like I am doing, or you can touch it, like I'm doing. It's all about your aura. If you can control your aura, you can push this out, or you can close it up.
Also got a radio here. It's just a static radio. It's on an air channel. So if there's any spirit around who wish to use this radio to speak, just come up close to it, touch the aerial, try to put your voice on this radio for us.
Yeah, they're touching the ball.
Are they touching the, are you touching the ball?
It's like she's showing the child as an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh at that. Yeah. Lift your feet up. One foot up. Stand on one leg. Put your foot down before you fall over. One foot up. There we go. You're good. Who's next? Come here. Arms out. Hold the intent. Anything negative, bugger off.
Pretty plain and simple. Anything negative can bugger off.
I'm a practical witch.
You're a practical witch.
I'm a no bullshit witch.
No bullshit witch.
I don't chant. Anything takes too long. You're good. Who's next? Stand up. Hands out. Keep the intent. Everything negative can come off.
Security coming our way.
Okay, foot up. Foot. Other foot. Off one. Okay, you're good.
Thank you.
Who's next? Me. Lick your mouse.
How you doing?
There you are. Foot up. Other foot. Watch out. You want to set on fire.
Oh, come on. Paul doesn't have fun.
Geraldine.
Geraldine will.
Geraldine will.
It could be fun.
Let's
Geraldine
watch.
isn't firing hard. Okay. You alright?
Thank you.
Okay, we're all good?
Yep.
Yeah, you do me?
Okay.
Now, with the intent that anything.
Oh bullshit, piss off.
Get the full foot
Simple
out.
as that.
I'm not going to tell you to put
Don't
your leg up
accept any
because I'm too
bullshit,
scared.
piss off.
I've left Jack in the car. Other leg. Right, don't set the skirt on fire.
It's the Aussie way of smudging.
Okay.
POQ.
Darling, stand here.
Oh
Your
shit.
turn.
Keep the intent. Anything negative can
Go
bugger
on.
off. Put your
Probably
arm
not
up.
even.
Thank
Look at
you.
that. Hey.
Stand on one foot, cameraman.
What?
Thank you.
Jesus,
Other
I
leg.
can't do that. I'll fall over.
There you
Bloody
go.
hell.
And we're done.
Jesus.